There's an incentive problem blocking wide deployment of GETs. Transmission owners in Texas make money when they build, not when they use the grid more efficiently. Unlocking grid capacity with GETs will support continued economic prosperity in Texas when the state needs it most right now. This will require holistic effort by ERCOT and individual utilities, which this legislation directs.
Adding exponential load growth here in the state of Texas, right? I'm going to give you one data point, members, and Chairman Darby and I have talked about just in the Permian. With one project, we're going to be adding the equivalent load as the entire city of Los Angeles in the next couple of years, right? So, as the NVIDIA CEO says, we need every electron possible because the growth in the NVIDIA sector, in data centers, for example, and in data processing, is limited by electrons. That's it, period, full stop. So we need to figure out how to create more electrons, how to distribute more electrons effectively, and this is not a binary solution versus thermal versus renewable. It's everything. We need everything in the state of Texas, given the challenge that we have.
We spend so much money on transmission, and that's a good thing. We just want to make sure that that investment is fully utilized. And what these technologies do is provide better real-time data as opposed to building in assumptions that there's capacity or not capacity on a line. We create a point in time in a year and say that's the rating for that line, and it's worst case scenario on the hottest day with no wind. And we say, well, that's the amount of capacity you can move through that line, and that's it. But on days where it's 50 degrees, the wind's blowing, it's cloudy outside, there's more capacity in that line, but we don't employ these technologies to utilize that additional capacity.
I think it was less than 20 years ago, and I'll get you the date, but CRRs were $200 million on a daily balance at ERCOT. We are now at over $2 billion a day. So that shows you the amount of strain on the system given the load growth that we are seeing. And we're behind the 8 ball on building infrastructure. I mean, I'm looking at Chairman Darby over there. He's kind of been saying this, and he had a point. So this is real.
Provides physical and electrical data from that spot on the transmission line. That information is transmitted back to the utility and to ERCOT and allows them all the information to know the status of the grid, how much power can be put through the grid, and exactly the physical and electrical conditions to maintain safety and reliability.